The following video is a non-profit fan production that bears no affiliation with Sega or WildBrain. All characters presented are property of their respective copyright holders. This video contains themes that may be unsuitable for children. Viewer discretion is advised.
Do you ever think about what you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know. I'll probably be a servant like my mom.
Well, that's no fun. What if you could be anything in the world that you wanted to be?
I guess I would be the strongest, bravest knight on all of Mobius. That way, I could always protect you.
Then I will be the most clever, cunning knight. That way, we can protect each other.
For 28 hours, Sally Acorn was too shocked to do or say anything. She couldn't eat. She couldn't sleep. It was like the planet had simply stopped spinning, and everything was thrown around her while her limbs sank into the ground like a tree. That's what Sally felt like. A tree. Trees are sturdy things. They can take a beating, stand fast against the cruelest storms, and shrink and wither when they're cold and alone. Like battle-hardened titans, trees stand through it all. But this little Lynx, she was like an axe, and Sally could feel her chipping away. Everyone in town had gathered to crowd together, hoping to steal a glance at the girl as she slumbered. Sally couldn't blame them. Who wouldn't want to marvel at the machine turned flesh? Bunnie had been quick to stomp that out, insisting that the girl needed to rest, undisturbed. That was the smart thing to do.
Oh my gosh, it's true.
So that girl, that's the real Nicole?
I can't believe she's real.
You mean Sally's computer was actually a person this whole time?
Was it an advanced form of roboticization?
How do we know that she's telling the truth?
I've never seen that child before.
I heard them say she died and came back alive.
Alright, y'all, that's enough gawking. Go on and get. You two tails, get along now.
Aww, but I want to meet a new girl. I'm tired of being the only kid in Knothole.
Maybe soon, honey, not sure.
Sally tried rationalizing it in her head. Sonic had already told her everything. She listened silently as he explained what the girl had done and why, and how Sonic had ended up bringing her here. It was a fantastical tale. Sally didn't want to believe it. It was a miracle of science that the girl was alive, but aren't miracles supposed to make you feel good? Happy? The tiniest bit grateful? Sally didn't feel any of those things. She mostly felt sick. For 28 hours, Sally only watched the Lynx. She felt like a canyon had been carved into her chest, and out of that canyon rushed a tidal wave of doubt. Sally refused to believe that what she was seeing was anything other than a cruel trick. One last laugh from Robotnik beyond the grave. The girl made a lot of sounds in her sleep. Some moans of distress, whimpering, panting. She even cried a couple of times. Sally kept on observing tirelessly, just waiting for the girl to let slip any sort of sign that she was an imposter. Sally's work piled up, and all the villagers milled around town, unsure of what to do while the princess waited. For 28 hours, Sally watched the Lynx with bated breath. And then she woke up.
Hello?
Hello.
Sally? Is that you? I could barely see. Everything's so blurry.
Yes, I'm Sally. How are you feeling?
Scared. Weak. Tired. Hungry.
Her words. The shallow breath behind them shows just how weak she is. There's a sadness that grates at my ears. A hopeless kind of sadness. Like an old fisherman laying his eyes on his beachside home for the last time. Like a dog who knows its owner is never coming back. Like a child who never shared one last goodbye with her best friend. Well, I might be able to do something about that last one. I have to get away from that Lynx.
Sally, wait. Please.
Yes?
I I dreamed of you.
You what? You dreamed of... What does that mean? What do you mean you dreamed of me?
It's really sinking in just how long it's been since I've dreamed. All these years, nothing was happening up here. But everything that happened these past 11 years, memories that were mine, but not quite mine, it all came back, all at once, drowning me. It was horrible. All these sounds and images came together like a scene of a play, painting terrible stories of destruction and despair. I almost wanted to die, but then you were there. In this sea of monsters that I had created, I could see you. Exactly the way I remembered you from that night. And it's as if I'm suddenly safe again. Like when you pull your blanket over your head because you know the monster in your room can get to you when you're underneath it. And every second felt more real, more alive. Until you're the only thing I see. But I look at you now, and this feels more like a dream than ever. Oh, Sally. You're all grown up. None of this feels real. I can't make sense of the world around me.
Yeah, you're telling me.
You aren't happy to see me.
It wasn't a question. It wasn't even an accusation. I watched them bury you.
I know.
What did you expect then?
What did I expect? I don't know. All I know is what I wanted.
And what was that?
To see you with my own eyes again. That's all I wanted. It's all I could think about right up to the moment
Until the moment you left me.
I never left you. I did everything I could to be as close to you as possible.
You let me think you were dead.
I didn't want to.
And what about what I wanted? Maybe what I wanted was to grow up together with my best friend. Doesn't that matter to you?
Of course it matters. Nothing would have made me happier, Sally.
And you still left me on my own anyway.
I would change so many things if I could go back, Sally. But I can't. I'm here now. And I'm tired of running away.
And I'm tired of having the person I love the most not love me enough to stay. I'll get you some food.
I do love you, Sally.
I shouldn't have blown up like that. What is wrong with me?
So, how'd it go? I was getting tired of loafing around all day, making sure the hut's free from looky-loos while waiting for Sally. Looks like she didn't get any sleep. Well, neither did anyone else, I guess.
I don't know. Not well, probably.
How come, Sally girl?
I don't just, how can I... What was I supposed to say? Golly, it sure has been a long time since you died suddenly and unexpectedly, but boy am I glad to see that you're alive and well after being frozen for 11 years.
Well, yeah? What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with... I have had a decade to cope with the reality that has been presented to me. And now I find out that the reality is a lie. Just easy as that. Everything I thought I understood about life, gone, untrue.
Sugar, I know this is a big shake-up for you, and I can't rightly imagine how you must be feeling. But That's a bit of a leap, don't you think?
No. Everything good gets taken away from me eventually. I lost my mother, I lost Nicole. Twice now I've lost my father. And now, at the dawn of our triumph, after so many years of gambling with our lives, now I have to worry about losing you too, Sonic. The truth of the universe is impermanence, and that child, that is just a ghost of a memory back to torment me.
She has a name. Honestly, Sal, how can you possibly think like that about your own friend?
Don't you even go there. I never stopped grieving for her.
Okay. Why don't we all just take a deep breath here? Sally, he's right. The world ain't out to get you. Someone you thought was gone turned out not to be gone after all, and that's all there is to it. Sometimes it's just that simple.
Nothing about this is simple.
Okay, maybe not. But all in all, this is a good thing, honey. Let yourself have this.
This doesn't feel like a good thing. Not for me, anyway. I feel like I've been torn open from the inside. I could feel my heart try to lunge out of my chest every time I even looked at her. As if, now that she's here, she can fix the hole in my heart that I've already spent a decade gradually filling back up. I need to make some food for her. She's hungry.
Chill. I'll just give her my chili dog.
I know this is gonna be hard for you, Sugar, but please try for her. If it helps, don't think this is your friend back from the dead. Think this is just a poor girl needing our help, which is exactly what this is.
How can I? When I see her face, all I can think about is how much it hurt when she never came back.
Well, that ain't her fault now, is it? That nasty old Robotnik stole her away. She never got a chance to live her own life.
You know, her birthday was only a few days after her funeral. I had never felt so alone. I like to think I remained stoic when they lowered the casket. My father, he wanted me to be strong for the people. But I cried that day. I think it was because I finally realized that all life is finite. Like, until that moment, maybe it hadn't even clicked in my head that one day I would die. That my mother she was just gone. And it hurt, you know? It wasn't fair. It wasn't fair, Bunnie. Nicole she was family.
Shh. I know, sweetheart. We don't get to choose when it's anyone's time. You always gotta be ready to say goodbye forever. But that little lady in there, boy, she held on something fierce. Not a whole lot of folks ever get to come back from the edge, Sally girl. Sure, she was taken away from you, and that wasn't fair. But that don't matter no more.
Doesn't matter? What do you mean?
What I mean is that the past is gone, Sally girl. The now is all we got. You have family, and you have her in this moment, right now, sugar. So maybe she can still be family too if you let her.
I don't know how, Bunnie.
Well, sugar, you can find out.
she?
Sonic? What do you mean, where is she?
She's not in the room! Sal, where is she?
It took so much effort to climb out the window. Why did I do that? It's like it doesn't matter how irrational I know this to be. My instincts screamed at me to run away, and my legs obeyed without question. I mean, I couldn't stay, right? Not after that. I had longed so deeply for that moment, for our reunion. I just wanted to cry and laugh and hug her and do nothing else forever. I knew better than to expect that. Life isn't a children's storybook. But the way she looked at me as if she were repulsed. Dying didn't hurt as much as that look. I guess the feeling was one-sided after all. So cold and tired. I think I'll just lay here and look at the stars. Oh, a shooting star. How about that? That means you have to make a wish!
Make a wish? Why?
It's an old superstition. Because it's so rare to see shooting stars, it's said that those who do see them are blessed with good luck.
Okay. So why make a wish?
Good luck isn't forever. But if you make a wish while you have good luck, it's more likely to come true.
Do you believe that?
No. But it doesn't hurt to try.
Okay. I wish...
Wait, don't tell me. It won't come true if you tell anybody.
That's okay. I think it already has.
I wish.
Nicole! Nicole!
Nicole, please come out, honey.
Search thoroughly, my wolves. The child could easily freeze or starve if not found soon.
It's a good thing Lupe volunteered her wolf pack to help look. My lack of sleep is starting to catch up with me. I don't think I could find her on my own. I feel like I'm about to collapse. And yet, my legs won't allow it. They propel me with intense urgency. She couldn't have gotten very far. Hopefully, it's only a matter of minutes before she's found. I can't believe it was only minutes ago that I was wishing for her to go away. For all of this to be an unpleasant dream. But as soon as she disappeared, it was like a switch went off inside me. I don't just want to find her. I need to find her. I feel a ferocious attachment clawing out of its grave in my heart, and the threat of its severance cannot be tolerated. I know what it is. It's love. It's wounded, it's shrunken, and it's been beaten into submission by time, but it's still love. Even still, I have no idea what I'm going to do once we do find her. It was my fault that she ran away. I doubt she even wants to see me. I can't see a good solution to this at all. I made the whole situation bad, and I can only make it worse. Oh, what am I going to do?
You carry with you a great burden, Princess.
Oh, Lupe. Sorry, burden?
In my pack, we have a trial for the young ones. The Walk of Flames. Each wolf must pass before they can truly become one with the pack.
Walk of Flames, huh? That doesn't sound easy.
To pass, you must walk over a bed of burning embers.
Well, it's to the point.
You are like a young pup staring down the bed of embers for the first time. No matter how calm they act, no matter how brave a face they put on, they are betrayed by the fear in their eyes.
I guess you could say that I'm scared. I have been tearing my hair out trying to organize the restoration, and build a de-roboticizer, and try to understand and be there for Sonic, and now this. I don't know what to do, Lupe. What should I do?
Cast out the idea that your pain must be yours alone. The strength of the pack is family. When one wolf takes the Walk of Flames, we all do, so that the pack may emerge from the fire stronger than ever. And once you take the first step, you may find that the anticipation of pain is greater than the pain itself.
I see. Well, thank you for...
Go. Your walk awaits, Princess.
Oh, thank goodness. There she is. Nicole,
I'm sorry for running away.
Huh? What?
You were right. I left you. I was scared and I couldn't see a way out, so I ran. I ran and left you. And I'm sorry.
What? No, Nicole, wait. You have nothing to apologize for, Nicole. Nothing. Nicole, I'm sorry.
For what?
For the way I treated you. Those things I said were cruel and unfair, and I shouldn't have said them. I know what you did was hard for you, and that you're hurting too. I was being selfish, and I'm sorry for that. I'm so sorry, Nicole. I promised I would never hurt you again, but I did anyway. I spent years wishing for you to come back, only to drive you away when it finally came true.
You don't hate me?
No, Nicole. I've only had hate in my heart for one person, and he's gone. And I don't deserve it from you. But I hope you can forgive me someday.
So, you didn't forget about me?
I lost count of how many mornings I woke up, hoping that the nightmare was finally over. That I would run down to meet you at the palace fountain like we always did. I know what you're feeling, Nicole. I feel it right now, too. Seeing you like this, when I know how far away those days are. It has my brain running in circles. But this isn't a dream that we can wish away. And you know what? I don't want to. This, right here, right now, is real. Nicole, this is real.
When I woke up, really woke up, I saw everything you did to get here. Everything you had to go through. I wish I could have been beside you for all of it, but...
You were. We would have lost without you, Nicole.
I'm proud of you. I want you to know that.
Oh, Nicole.
But we can never go back to the way things used to be. You're different. I'm different. The whole world. Everything is different.
I know, but I don't want to lose you again. I can't. I don't believe in luck or fate, or any of that stuff. But somehow we got a second chance, Nicole. We can't let it go. Maybe we can start over. Make something new.
I think I'd like that.
Come here. Don't want you turning into a popsicle again so soon, do we?
That night when we watched the stars, do you remember any of them?
Look there. That one right there. That one I've used countless times to guide my way home. Time and time again, it has reliably led me from danger, back to all my friends and loved ones. Just like it's done for navigators like me for thousands of years. I remember that one.
Polaris.
Polaris.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? And did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, hot ashes for trees,